All right, I'm mostly making this as a documentation for the team. So far, this is the first variant that I made. It's the main idea was just I really want to use Conkeldurr. He's my favorite. I like him. So the first set I have here, I did these SPs so that I could outspeed the most common what's it called? The most common King Gambit that I saw by exactly 1 point, so I could get the Drain Punch off. Without a Cobra Berry, it is guaranteed to Oko even without a Guts boost. But with the Cobra Berry, I think it's like 70% to Oko, something like that. But the main thing I was worried about was the Mega Floette. So I pack a Rosalie Berry. With that, I live everything they have unboosted, besides Light of Ruin, that's still guaranteed an Oko. There's Sash Sneasler. I opted to not go close combat. Instead, I went coaching because I feel like it would be funnier if I just put Conkeldurr next to it and have coaching. Blastoise, I just kind of I don't really remember what I specifically wanted him for. I think it was to be like anti sun, but it really isn't. I gave him Shell Smash Blastoise Knight. With Mega, it's honestly quite a good mon after you get a Shell Smash off. It's just you have to get that Shell Smash off first. I almost never brought him to battles, so I ended up taking him out of later team compositions. Clefable. Honestly, I kind of did like them, but they felt way too slow. I gave them Heal Pulse to help after Conkeldurr gets swapped in. Or no. After Conkeldurr gets the burn and ends up needing to heal off a lot of that chip damage that he ends up taking, Drain Punch often isn't enough, so I just ended up grabbing Heal Pulse. Encore is just really funny, but they're super slow Encore users, so I don't really get much use out of it. And Draining Kiss, once they're Mega Evolved, it's a very, very nice chunk of damage. Plus, it helps versus other dragons that I might be fighting. Dragapult is fine versus them, but it's just better to have another option. Sableye, the main thing that I like. Mental Herb, because almost everything here is status besides like Fake Out. I brought it just because I like Fake Out. It's a useful move, but it's not ever getting clicked. So in later variants of the team, I just entirely got rid of it for other options. But the main thing is Prankster Will-O-Wisp, so I can burn Conkeldurr functionally before the turn even starts. Same reason why I have Will-O-Wisp on Dragapult, just in case they have like a anti-priority like Psychic Terrain or like Armor Tail from Paragraph. But what I did find out was if you use a positive priority move on one of your own teammates, that does not get stopped by the priority blocking effect of Armor Tail. So it ended up not really being that necessary to pack a second one. But the X, so I can Will-O-Wisp opposing physical mons and neuter them, essentially. Cobra Berry, because I was honestly a lot more worried of King Gambit's sucker punches than I probably should have been. I probably could have gone a Ghost Resist Berry or a Dragon Resist Berry and would have had more benefit, but that's the first variant. Here is the second one. I got rid of Clefable and I got rid of Blastoise, swapped them out for Mega Aggron and Sinistra. Like I said with Clefairy, it was very slow. It most of the time it just didn't get where it needed to get fast enough. Um, and nothing else has been changed besides those two on this version. I played a little bit. I like it, but it something that I was facing a lot on the showdown ladder specifically. I was facing a lot of fur giraffes. With the 17 speed IVs, I outspeed I outspeed minimum I outspeed minimum speed for a giraffe, and that lets them fuck me over pretty often because they just set up trick room and I'm super fucked. So in the last variant, I have only 6, so I can still outspeed minimum speed King Gambit, but I should be just slow enough that the minimum speed. Let me see. Yeah, they're 80 speed with no investment. They could go a minus speed in nature now that I think about it. That third variant of the team I haven't tried yet. So yeah, I'm 71, so I'm still 1 point slower than minimum speed for a giraffe. But I am 1 point faster than no speed investment King Gambit. Another thing is swapping out Protect and Thunder Punch. Thunder Punch is a lot better versus like Pelipers and other flying threats, but I ended up just really wanting payback, especially if it's gonna be a trick room for a giraffe. They set up trick room, then I move after them, get the payback double damage. Most of the time I'm gonna have Sableye next to me. I get the Guts boost. It's a guaranteed Oko, as opposed to the Facades or Drain Punches that deal up to 70, give or take. Plus that gives me more attack investment so I can have a little bit more leeway. I swapped out the... Because I'm not always bringing Aggron, I did want a second Mega just so I could have one. I ended up bringing in Feraligatr. The just having the sheer force alone feels very nice, but it also lets me get the Mega. Let me get that up as well. For Dragonized, Body Slam is very, very strong. Plus, the Crunch, Ice Punch, Liquidation, all of these get sheer force boosted, including body Slam. So even without megaing him and getting that extra fairy weakness on the team, I still have a lot of viable plays. I legitimately do think that this team has a chance of being like actually good. I didn't go in thinking that it would be. I'm going to be entirely honest with you. I just wanted to use Conkeldurr, but he is honestly so strong. I legitimately think people are sleeping on him. This is just mostly for posterity's sake, but if anybody sees this video and has thoughts about it, leave it in the comments.